Are you looking for the best micro four thirds lenses? In this video we will look at some of best micro four thirds lenses. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Panasonic Lumix GX Vario. 12 to 35mm f/2.8 is a standard zoom lens for micro four thirds cameras. It offers the same versatility and performance you'd expect from a professional-grade 24 to 70mm f/2.8 lens on a full-frame camera, but in a much smaller and lighter package. Weighing just 305 g, it's about a third of the weight of a similar lens for full-frame cameras. Despite its light weight, it has a solid, weather-sealed build. The sharpness is outstanding throughout the zoom range, even when shooting wide open at f/2.8. The corners become even sharper when you stop down to f/4 or smaller apertures. This makes it one of the best lenses for everyday shooting in the micro four thirds system, with the added bonus of effective optical image stabilization. Number 2. Panasonic Leica DG Nocticron. 42.5mm f/1.2 power OIS. The Leica and Nocticron legend is reborn for the MFT format. In this metal-bodied beauty of a lens, it has a well-damped, smooth-action focus ring and a useful aperture ring, both of which boost the overall handling characteristics. The MFT crop factor gives the lens an effective focal length of 85mm, which is perfect for portrait photography. The flip side is that because depth of field is linked more closely to actual rather than effective focal length, the MFT system struggles to give a really tight depth of field compared with full-frame and even APS-C systems. This lens fights back with a super-fast f/1.2 aperture rating, which helps to reduce the depth of field and gives soft, creamy background blur in portraiture, as well as enabling fast shutter speeds, even under dull lighting. And for when you want to use narrower apertures, there's also optical stabilization, which is almost unheard of in f/1.2 lenses. Image quality is absolutely sumptuous for portraiture on MFT cameras. This is the best lens that money can buy. It's seriously expensive, but then again, Canon's 85mm f/1.2 full-frame portrait lens is getting on for twice the price. Number 3. Position is held by Panasonic Lumix GX Vario 35 to 100mm f/2.8 Roman 2 power OIS, the perfect supplement to Panasonic's 12 to 35mm f/2.8 lens. At number 1, the Panasonic Lumix GX Vario 100mm f/2.8 Roman 2 power OIS is equivalent to that other stalwart full-frame zoom for pro photographers. The 70 to 200mm f/2.8 telephoto, again, the popular effective zoom range of this lens is delivered from a high-grade, weather-sealed construction that's rugged and robust, yet only about a third of the weight of equivalent full-frame optics. As with the Panasonic 12 to 35mm f/2.8, you need to stop down to f/4 before corner sharpness really gets into its stride, but overall levels of sharpness and other image quality attributes are outstanding. Next. Number 4. Panasonic Lumix G Vario 14 to 140mm f/3.5-5.6 ASPH power OIS. Super zoom lenses are often favored for travel photography, as you get everything from pretty generous wide-angle coverage to long telephoto reach, without the need to carry multiple lenses. Super zooms are also useful when you need to react quickly to different shooting scenarios or you don't want to swap lenses on your camera in dusty conditions. The Panasonic Lumix G Vario 14 to 140mm f/3.5-5.6 ASPH power OIS has a powerful zoom range and an effective 28 to 200mm focal length. Unlike similar lenses for full-frame cameras, it's wonderfully compact and lightweight, yet retains optical image stabilization that's commonly found in super zooms. Better still, while most super zooms compromise image quality in favor of a big zoom factor, the Panasonic delivers very good sharpness and contrast throughout its entire zoom range and when shooting wide open. Number 5. Position is held by the Panasonic DG Vario Elmar 100 to 400mm f/4-6.3 ASPH power OIS. A zoom range of 100 to 400mm would give a powerful telephoto reach on a full-frame camera, but in MFT terms, you get a whopping effective maximum focal length of 800mm, as we've come to expect from Panasonic's upmarket lenses. The Panasonic DG Vario Elmar 100 to 400mm f/4-6.3 ASPH power OIS is sturdy, robust, and meticulously engineered. Highlights include a locking mechanism for the zoom ring and an autofocus range limiter switch. The Effective optical image stabilizer is very worthwhile, given the enormous effective focal lengths on tap. Even though the lens weighs nearly a kilogram, it's still sufficiently lightweight for prolonged periods of handheld shooting. For added comfort and stability, the lens comes complete with a mounting foot for well-balanced use on a tripod or monopod. Image quality is superb, with excellent sharpness right up to the maximum 400mm zoom setting. The f/6.3 aperture rating at the long end of the zoom range is relatively slow, but quite typical for this class of super telephoto lens. Number 6. Position is dominated by the Olympus M.Zuiko Digital ED 7 to 14mm f/2.8 Pro. While the crop factor of MFT format cameras boosts the telephoto abilities of lenses, it makes the design of ultra-wide optics more of a challenge. The Olympus M.Zuiko Digital ED 7 to 14mm f/2.8 Pro is a remarkable wide zoom lens, with a minimum focal length of just 7mm, delivering an astonishing 114-degree viewing angle, similar to using a 14mm lens on full-frame cameras. Like other lenses in the M.Zuiko Pro lineup, it's immaculately turned out, with fabulous build quality, contrast, and sharpness are outstanding, while color fringing and distortions are negligible. As with many ultra-wide lenses, however, the hood is built in, so there is no filter attachment thread. Moving on to the next. Number 7. Olympus M.Zuiko Digital 25mm f/1.8, measuring a mere 50 by 40mm and tipping the scales at just 137 G. This diminutive lens feels right at home on even the most compact MFT format body, like the Olympus 17mm that we favor for street photography. This one is available in either a silver or black finish, and the hood is sold separately. Naturally, the MFT crop factor of MFT cameras makes this lens an effective 15mm focal length, delivering a classic standard viewing angle with a fairly fast f/1.8 aperture rating. Image quality is impressive in all respects, considering the prices of Canon and Nikon 50mm f/1.8 lenses for full-frame cameras. The Olympus doesn't look terrific value, however, its performance fully justifies the price tag. Number 8. Position is held by the Olympus M.Zuiko Digital 60mm f/2.8 Macro. A focal length of around 100mm is often preferred for extreme close-up macro photography. Due to this lens's shorter focal length, the minimum focus distance drops from about vertical to 20 cm. However, those distances are measured from the focal plane, which corresponds to the position of the image sensor at the rear of the camera. With the more compact build of MFT cameras and lenses, the actual working distance between the front of the lens and the subject remains entirely usable at about 10 cm. Another bonus is that the MFT crop factor of the MFT format effectively boosts the maximum magnification factor from 1:1 to 2:1, or double life size. The excellent quality of the weather-sealed construction is a credit to Olympus's lineup of premium lenses, and the smart focus distance magnification indicator is a bonus. Image quality is great overall, and the electronically coupled fly-by-wire focus ring operates with smooth precision. It's great for macro focusing, where you'll often want to focus manually. All things considered, this is unquestionably the best macro lens on the market for the MFT system. Next. Number 9. Olympus 75mm f/1.8 M.Zuiko. This lens is a few years old now, but it's still widely available and has garnered a reputation as being one of the best lenses around for micro four thirds, and with good reason. The Olympus 75mm f/1.8 M.Zuiko is a solid prime lens and a useful focal length, equivalent to about 150mm, and it really provides a premium handling experience. Thanks to its all-metal construction and smooth focusing ring, Olympus included some of its best coatings in the construction of this lens, ensuring smooth images free from reflection and stray light, while its f/1.8 maximum aperture gives the user tremendous leeway in low light, while also being useful for portraits. It's a little less expensive than it was on release, but can still be quite pricey, so do be sure to shop around. Finally. Number 10. Position is dominated by the Olympus 12 to 200mm f/3.5-6.3 M.Zuiko. Sick of changing lenses, want an all-in-one solution? Olympus reckon they've cracked it with this impressive 16x optic, covering everything in between, a wide 12mm, 24mm full-frame equivalent perspective, to a telephoto 200mm, 400mm equivalent, and by and large, they've done it. The lens is great to use, delivering impressive results from a body that's not only lightweight and easy to carry, but is also weather-sealed and hardy. It's not perfect of Coarse, with a narrowish maximum aperture and a few sharpness issues, all but unavoidable with a lens of this type. But it's a hugely impressive achievement of optical engineering, and one that any Micro Four Thirds user will get a great deal of value out of. That's all for today. We upload camera and camera accessories review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.